Yo, we're back and
What's
better than
going
ever.
on? Couple sports here.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? How y'all doing out there? Got Big T right here.
It's Zoe Greg.
This your couple sports,
baby.
Make it happen, man. A lot of good stuff to talk about out there.
You're dang right. But first, before we do, like, subscribe.
Please.
You know,
Need subscribers.
we're trying to up in the production value a little bit. We'll get better and better as we go along. We're just kind of testing stuff together.
Yeah. Always gotta test stuff out. So.
Thanks for everybody he met last night at the.
Well, we're at GTs.
GTs?
Yeah, we had GTs last night.
Up in Des Moines. Okay.
Oh, people would kill you for saying it like that, man.
Oh man! Shout out those people, like and subscribe. So,
What we got this week on couple sports?
what's the first thing? Oh, it's the Carolina Panthers. Everybody, our
Man,
top
they making a
story.
run for DeShaun.
Not really been breaking the last couple days. So the last couple days, everybody been talking about it. Carolina reportedly interested in DeShaun Watson.
They've been interested.
Still don't believe he's going to be traded. Still don't believe it. And you got to look at Houston has not said they're going to trade him. They've not even hinted towards it. But then again, if you were going to trade him, you still wouldn't.
They're just waiting for the offer to come by. I'm like, are you serious? Green light it. You know?
No, they're like me with all my ex-girlfriends. Like, no, babe, we can work this out. We can make this work.
Don't
She's
leave
like,
me.
no, we can't. I'm like, but we can try.
They break up and be back 2 weeks later.
So, they got rid of 5 players, including Stephon Worley and Kejuan Short.
Defensive tackle pretty
And
good.
their punter, Michael Parody, is pretty good as well. They cleared up $39.983 million in cap space.
Man, you barely got those numbers out, man.
Well, I mean, if you go to $39,983,683, minus 1 for my Big Mac.
Surprised you didn't count that high.
So, the problem is they're committed with Teddy Bridgewater. If they get rid of him this year, they're only.
Oh no, Teddy unfollowed them on the page.
No, I don't think that they are. I think they want to trade him.
He's going to be a good backup.
They want to trade him, but they're committed salary-wise. Salary-wise, if they get rid of him, they're only going to save $2 million. So that's why they had to make all these moves.
Yeah.
But I also think that it's.
But they at one point they were talking about trading McCaffrey for DeShaun, and that'd be like the worst decision ever.
That's what I was saying.
Give up a great player to get a great player, and where you gonna go? You're gonna stay right where you're at.
Well, and that's what I was saying in my close-up video. It's
had to show them how to scoot back from the camera a little bit, guys.
I just want to show you the moles in my face. You don't trade a running back to get a quarterback. That'd be a terrible trade. But Houston would.
You trade a running back to get a wide receiver, right?
I wouldn't trade a wide receiver to get a running back.
In Texans' case, they traded the best wide receiver in the league to get a bum running back.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not going to trade a quarterback who's worth 15 more seasons for. Look, Christian McCaffrey, I love the guy. I've been on his bandwagon for years. I drafted him in fantasy years and years and years. I knew he was going to blow up eventually. But he's maybe got, 3 or 4 years left? And
he runs hard.
It could fall off real quickly,
Mm-hmm.
Adrian Peterson was the greatest thing since Jesus. And then they crucified him.
Before they started whipping kids and stuff like that.
I mean, picking your switches and stuff. But,
Yeah, I had to do that, man. That ain't no fun.
Never had to do that. But Houston might make that deal. They might, if they get 2 or 3 first-round picks and Christian McCaffrey, they could do something stupid like that. They should be looking at 4 first-round draft picks and a defensive stud if they're going to make the deal.
Their defense is decent, not as because they kind of fell off last couple of seasons, but I don't know if they're trying to be like the Nets of basketball, just put up as many points as you want, But
I just doesn't make any sense. But Houston doesn't make any sense as a team, so they have all the leverage. They do not have to trade him. He has no leverage other than sitting out, which I don't think.
I don't think he's gonna sit out. He's gonna play no matter what.
Well, we got all these teams that are thirsty. They're in there thirsty for quarterbacks.
Boy, hey, we having a water shortage. You boil the water before you use it. It's crazy.
Now let's take out the Jacksonville Jaguars. They need a quarterback, but they're going to draft Trevor Lawrence first overall.
They're talking about the dude from North Dakota was pretty good, but I'd be surprised if they don't take Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, the level of competition is just not the same. The Jets, the Sam Darnold rumors are fast and furious.
Yeah, I think they're giving up on him. You only have so many chances in this league, and it's just sad you got drafted by the Jets,
Well, my sources tell me that they have not given up on Sam Darnold. What they are is if they get a good deal where they can pick up a couple first-round draft picks and move up.
Well, for Sam Darnold?
Yes. I think
Shut up,
I think they want multiple two first-round picks.
Yeah, right, for Sam Darnold? Man, tell them go home, and I don't even send it my way if you trying to ask for that.
If
Sam
they
Darnold,
don't
first
get-
of all, let's talk about Sam Darnold. He's a quarterback, been in the league for a few seasons now. He has not progressed. He has not gotten better.
He plays on the Jets.
You have to. So I don't care if
Your
you play
son played on a better football team than he does.
Shoot, you have to get a little bit better. My son gets better every year. Sam Darnold, he's the same guy.
You've seen
from the first season.
Minor progressions, but a lot of people think that if you get him on a good team, he'll really flourish. A lot of people still believe in him, but they want a deal. That's what my sources tell me. They want a deal for him, and they do.
The man. All he has to do is throw the ball at least 3 to 5 yards down the field. Stop trying to throw the deep balls. He's like, stop trying to do so much. Just stick with the basics and improve. He's not doing that.
But I mean, the other team, the team that's interested in Sam Darnold reportedly, is the Panthers. The Panthers reportedly
He's
interested
blowing my mind with this
in
stuff
Sam
right
Darnold
here.
because it's less that you'll have to give up. If you go get DeShaun Watson, you're talking 3 or 4 first-round draft picks. You might be able to get 1 or 2.
All right, I'm
to get DeShaun,
tired
to
of
get
talking
Sam
about
Darnold.
this Sam Darnold guy. Can we talk about Wentz and him going to the Colts? How about that, man?
I mean, the Colts should just be off this list now, but this list was prior. But I mean, they got their quarterback. They were
They
also
did. They got Wentz and
they were also interested in Sam Darnold. Reportedly.
I feel like Wentz went to a good place. I know Bears was in the hunt for trying to get Wentz.
They were never in the hunt. Wentz said he does not want to go to Chicago. And
But
Chicago,
they wanted Wentz, though.
They wanted him, but I go out all the time and tell girls that I want them.
Well, I'll tell you why Wentz didn't want to go to Chicago.
Because nobody wants to go to Chicago.
Chicago, you go to Chicago, you make one mistake, and the double boink is coming towards you. They're going to beat the fans would have
Double
ate
joint.
him alive out there.
It's so sad, Cody Parker. We're sad for you. We cry for you.
But the Colts fans, they're a little bit more lenient. They had Phillip Rivers last year.
When he got his coach that made him good before, now
Yeah,
they
his
just need
coach
a
is there,
backup.
too.
So I have a plan for the Colts. I have a perfect plan for
Hey,
you.
Colts have a great offensive line. He's going to be good.
We don't need that though, because for our plan, we got to get our backup quarterback. And who should our backup be in Indianapolis?
Indianapolis?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry.
Shoot.
Nick Foles. Let's go get Nick Foles. Let's reunite the two. I say we have Wentz play the first 15 weeks, and then we injure him, and then we put in Nick Foles. Guarantee Super Bowl. Guaranteed. It's never failed when it went down just like that.
Hey, I would agree. That would work out. I doubt they would get Foles there, but
Yeah, you
I think
don't
that'd
want
be
to
pretty
reunite
good.
those
That'd
two.
be pretty funny, though.
The Broncos, if they don't give up on Drew Lock,
Dude.
everybody says they need to.
Hey, they might as well just get Elway back on the field and start throwing the ball.
They need to
The Broncos are not going to find a quarterback.
I think it's Elway that's drafting these quarterbacks, and he's got to be the worst judgment of talent since Michael Jordan. I mean, what do these guys do? He has picked numerous quarterbacks, and all of them are bums.
Yeah.
Not just not good. They're bums. They can't even make it in the league as backups.
Yep.
And you're supposed to, you need to understand that just because you were a great quarterback
That's
doesn't
it.
mean you can tell where a great quarterback looks like.
He's about to get mad. He's about to put on the pads. He's about to show these boys what to do. He's going to get on the field next year. You're going to see John Elway.
John AWOL. John went AWOL. He didn't go AWOL.
He's going to be on the field throwing passes.
The Patriots need a quarterback.
I don't know. They might draft somebody, I think.
I mean,
There's about 5-6 quarterbacks out there.
I think they could roll with Stidham. They could go get a free agent.
They got a good pick, too.
I believe that Jacoby Brissett's a free agent. That'd be a lot of people think
He probably doesn't want to go back, though.
people think that Jacoby Brissett should be the backup for the Eagles because he has the same skill set as Jalen Hurts. But I'm like, Jacoby Brissett was not garbage. Let this guy go back to New England where he had some success.
He did have success in New England.
Or Teddy Bridgewater, like I said, he's under contract right now. They don't have an out. They can get out after this year. They can get out of the contract. But this year, $22 million against the cap, $20 million to cut him. I think you hope to trade him because you don't want to have.
Well, I feel like they got Teddy just for security last year. They didn't want him to be the future quarterback.
I wish we could have seen what he could. I wish we could have seen his progression and see if he could have made it. I mean, He didn't show a whole lot, but
well,
maybe,
you gotta think McCaffrey was out last year too, so the running game wasn't.
Yeah, and for all these people that are like Mike Davis was a serviceable backup, did a great job, and all this stuff. Shut the up, okay?
You said Mike who?
Mike Davis, the running back.
Oh, yeah.
Right, like he came in for Christian McCaffrey, and like 4 games he was decent. But anybody who plays fantasy football knows after those 4 games he started to tail off because he's not Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, nobody is.
You know, like so he's okay, but you're going from one of the greatest running backs to ever, you know, I'm not gonna say to ever play the game, but one of the greatest running backs in the league to somebody who's been kicked off 3 teams already. You know, there's jobs he could not hold on to. So
I think we're wasting our breath talking about this Mike Davis guy.
I mean, I'm just saying, people think that he's comparable to Christian McCaffrey, but
He's
you're telling me
backup
that you should
running
trade
back.
DeShaun Watson for Christian McCaffrey, which is, it doesn't make sense. Would you trade DeShaun Watson for Mike Davis? Because that's what you're telling me, they're about the same.
Hey, calm down. It'll be okay. All right,
let's move on to Washington.
Take a breath, man.
Let's move on to Washington.
Washington?
What does Washington hate so much about Alex Smith? Alex Smith, can he just go somewhere to let him play a few more years and win a Super Bowl? Is that so hard? Alex Smith should have went to the Colts. Why are they taking away my Alex Smith
Alex Smith?
from the NFL?
Hey, he was comeback player of the year. He got his award. That doesn't mean that he's gonna be a great player next year.
I mean, I'm just
It's
needs
not
to give
gonna
this guy a job and needs to let him run their playoff team and give this man a chance.
Comeback player, people that win comeback player of the year are good just for that year. They do not win anything after that.
They come back just to go home.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what happens. You win the award. You did a great job this season. Because of the previous season, you didn't do nothing. But he has an amazing story behind it. I don't want to clown on Alex Smith. He has an amazing story of his comeback.
Chiefs Kingdom, we love you still, you know. But hopefully he finds a job somewhere.
Let's move on. We don't even have to talk about the Saints. They don't even know what they're doing right now with the quarterbacks. Breeze still haven't even said if he's retiring yet.
Well, they're negative $65 million against the cap, so he better retire because they can't afford to pay him.
So with quarterbacks, you still got Trevor Lawrence going to the Jags. They saying
right. So that's where the Zach Wilson at number 2. That's where the people believe that they trade Sam Darnold, they take Zach Wilson number 2.
Gonna get some third round picks for Sam Darnold.
Well, after they get a first round pick for Sam Darnold, they'll trade Zach Wilson, or they'll draft Zach Wilson. If they don't trade Sam Darnold, then they're not going to draft Zach Wilson. They're not going to have both. And Sam Darnold's got 1 year left under contract, and then a 5th-year option they could pick up.
They won't pick up. Jets could have a good season.
Houston and Jamar Chase. They say they're going to trade up with Miami. Everybody thinks Miami's going to trade down. I think Miami's the perfect landing spot for Deshaun Watson. That makes sense for everybody. I think it makes sense for Miami.
If they get draft Devontae Smith.
I mean,
that's if they draft him. Which they're saying they are, but never know. Draft day is a crazy day. You never know what might happen.
But yeah, no, I agree. I mean, you don't ever know, but I think that Deshaun Watson was the perfect landing spot. But they're going to draft help for Tua, and so I think they want to trade down.
So you think
trade down.
Miami's going to keep Tua then?
I think that yes. I think they're not interested.
I think the fans there are already bought into him, and he's a fan favorite, so they can't get rid of him.
I wouldn't have though. I would make the trade for Deshaun Watson. I would give them 2 or 3 first-round picks in Tua, and be like, here you go. Let me get a young quarterback who I know is great. You know, and they have extra draft capital. But Houston moves up with Miami to draft Jamar Chase, allegedly in this draft. We'll see how accurate it is. I like that. I think they need to trade out of there because they need more assets to get better. I mean, there's the quarterbacks are the question. So they like Justin Fields going to Carolina. That's obviously if they don't get Deshaun Watson, they're looking for a quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, teams like the Bears aren't up there. Like, where are they going to get their quarterback from? Because they need one, right?
They're gonna give Trubisky another tryout, man.
You know,
if this is his year, if Trubisky gets the starting job, this is the year Trubisky either makes it or he's just gonna be not playing or be a backup somewhere.
I mean, because there's Trevor Lawrence, and then there's a small gap, and then it's Zach Wilson and Justin Fields.
No, they're talking about Zach Wilson could be better than Trevor Lawrence.
Well, some people are saying that, but I mean, pre-draft, I mean, majority of people.
Well,
think
everybody's
that,
saying this, and they always go back to when Trevor Lawrence supposedly got COVID and he couldn't play. Then he came back from his first game and he was throwing picks. But when you don't play for a couple weeks, that's what happens.
And I heard some people making the comparison, Zach Wilson comparing him to Patrick Mahomes. Please stop. Please stop. Let the man get to the NFL first.
Can we go 5 minutes without you saying something about the Chiefs?
I'm just Patrick Mahomes. I feel like it should be said every 5 minutes. So please don't compare these kids to people that have already made it in the NFL.
Right. So since we are talking about draft picks, let's talk about the number 10 pick, my Cowboys.
Because that's the only thing they have.
America's team. They're talking about they're going to draft another defensive lineman. We have like 20 defensive linemen on the team. We do not need any more defensive linemen.
I think
we have so many.
I know you have wide receivers.
We have more than 8 for sure right now.
I think you need to draft Waddle from Alabama.
No, we need a big, tough wide receiver. We have some good wide receivers right now. We don't have that big Des Bryant type of guy. We need that muscle out there. We need that Mike Evans out there, something like that. Somebody big and tall.
Somebody let me down in my fantasy is what you need. Okay.
Oh, hey, Cowboys receivers do good in fantasy. So
yeah.
And so to all the Cowboys fans or to Jerry Jones, because he
retire please today.
Oh no, he's never. Not he's the new Al Davis. But we're gonna hopefully they don't waste a pick on defensive linemen. But
you think Minnesota needs a new quarterback?
No. They got the stat machine.
I agree. I think Minnesota should just stick with what they got.
They have a great quarterback. He likes stats. He might not win all the time, but he will fill that stat sheet.
Let us know. Let us know who you're most excited about coming out of the draft this year. Which quarterback you think's the best? How is Urban Meyer going to mess up the number 1 overall pick? Because he's sure the hell.
Who do y'all want your team to pick? Put that in the comments too.
Unless you're a Cowboys fan.
Hey, we need all the Cowboys fans we got.
But
hey, moving on to NBA
action, right?
Hey, man, DeMarcus Cousins leaving the Rockets? Man, what's going on? I think the Rockets are trying to tank out here, man. What the heck is going on?
I mean, he's not been producing that well.
What, 10 points a game? What, maybe 5-6 rebounds? That's a bench player, and he's a starter. So I kind of see why they're doing it. I think they should just bench him, put him on the bench, and start somebody else.
As a big man, don't you kind of get a little bit less production because you have size in there, right? And you need size on the floor, right?
Well, sources say since AD is out with the Lakers, and if Houston, they said they're gonna let Cousins go, he could go back to the Lakers because he got hurt and won the championship, didn't play, but won the championship with the Lakers.
I've heard multiple sources saying the Lakers are interested. That'll be an interesting thing to play out.
Let's talk about Mr. Badass, Bradley Beal. This man has been talking about feeling.
Why does he look so down?
Oh, they said Knicks are trying to get him. Go to the Knicks.
Wow, okay. I get it now.
He's going to do the same thing with the Knicks he did with the Washington. He's going to put up 50 points and lose the game.
Somebody give him some Prozac.
That man is sad, man. Put a smile on your face.
And they reportedly said that the Knicks general manager was going behind closed doors trying to talk Bradley Beal into coming to New York.
Hey.
Don't do that. Don't.
He's a superstar. Hey, he made the All-Star game this year, which I think is amazing.
Unless you want Spike Lee to be your best friend.
He's been getting snuffed every year for an All-Star game.
Yeah, he's been good for years.
Yeah, he's been good. And I just feel bad for him. He's been getting on his teammates because they're messing up in the games, and they're getting on him, talking about they own him too hard. He's like the new Jimmy Butler when Miami was losing, Jimmy was getting on everybody. But I feel bad for the man.
Jimmy Butler's the GOAT. We love you, Jimmy.
Oh, no.
He should be a little bit happier. He can save 15% or less with Geico.
Geico need an ad? Well, hey, what you think about the All-Star game? We got some good players, man.
And apparently Doc's going to coach team... I forgot which team he's going to coach. Team Durant?
Yeah, Team Durant.
I go wherever Doc is. Wherever Doc is, that's who I
don't know. I feel like this is LeBron against KD and Irving because Irving's been talking shit about LeBron.
Irving's like, they don't...
Y'all see Irving talk mess about LeBron when he airballed the free throw, and he was like, "Oh, that's the best free throw shooter you have." You know, Lakers did lose the game to the Nets. KD wasn't playing, but Harden and Irving was, and LeBron missed the free throw. Irving was talking trash. Nets won the game, but in the long run, LeBron did hit the 35,000 mark in points, so third all-time scoring. So I think he has a chance to get to that number one spot. He's gonna pass Karl Malone easily.
I think Kyrie has a point though, because they always kind of pointed as Kyrie as the problem, and Kyrie's like, here I seem like the solution, where he gets to kind of
Kyrie has been putting this plan together for years. We saw him in the tunnel talking to Durant, talking about they got 2 max deals. They caught him on camera. He's been putting this plan together to beat LeBron for multiple years now, and it's finally coming together now. But is it really gonna happen? Is he gonna actually be able to?
Are we
beat
at the
LeBron?
end of this wicked plan? Like, let's go, Kyrie. I'm kind of down right now. I never really liked him that much, but I mean,
Man, it's exciting. It's exciting.
I'm
Well,
a
who
huge
you
Giannis
got?
fan.
Who you got for the? Who's gonna win? Red or blue?
I mean, Giannis and Beal, and I love them, so I always go with them.
Man, you're not even gonna admit Joel Embiid? This man has been killing it, man.
Well, like, because the only person I like on the West is Luka, because
I feel like that's
and I really hate to say that.
that's straight defense on LeBron's team. You got the Joker, got the Claw. Seth is just gonna be hitting the half-court shots.
I don't like Seth.
But what I'm hoping for this All-Star game, because this criticism talking about players are being forced to play during COVID, and a lot of players don't want to play. This is the first time they're having the All-Star game just one night. Players are gonna fly in, play, and then go home. They're doing the dunk contest, 3-point skills contest, all on the same night. But I hope this game will be as good, if not better, than the Kobe All-Star game last year. They played their butts off last year.
I agree. Speaking of the NBA,
Who y'all got for the All-Star game? Put in man.
oh,
Can we talk about this?
that's like watching a crime. That's like
This is the double shot of good stuff right here. Did y'all see
double
this?
shot of good stuff.
Double shot of good stuff. I gotta take me a drink after looking. Did y'all see this boy Edwards put this man in the hole? Man, this thing got replayed on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube so many times. Look at that man's face.
That's a crime. That's a
Golly.
crime.
What did he do to
He
you?
needs to be hurt.
He's like, Daddy, stop.
If you just look at that as a picture, I think
man.
Edwards is the bad guy. I mean, this poor fella just came up to show up some defense and got
This
worked.
guy's like, man, they just called me up off the bench. This is the saddest thing I've seen all year.
It is.
Should Edwards be in the dunk contest after this?
Or should he be suspended? Because
Shit.
Jesus, that makes you just like,
That's like a double technical right there. Did y'all see that, man?
it makes you look away. It makes you be like, oh.
This gets my freaking blood going, man. Edwards demolished this guy.
That is a
They
double shot
pretty
of
much
stuff, for sure.
paused the game and showed the replay on the big screen so everybody could see it.
I love how he was looking up at it. Like,
Everybody was looking up, waiting on the replay, man.
The only guy who wasn't looking up, this fella.
Oh, man.
He
went
had his head down.
straight to the ground, man.
Oh, yes. That's your double shot of good stuff. Anytime we see something that's that we find spectacular, we'll put it on there. It's a double shot of good stuff.
Oh, man.
And now we go to our community cup, where we get to talk to our community and the people that have left us comments.
People leaving comments. We got Derek Moore out there asking questions.
Number one sports.
Number one couple sports
Number
fan.
one, yeah.
Why you stuttering, man? What's in your cup?
I mean,
That double cup took you out, huh?
That double shot of good stuff.
That double shot.
He's saying if Watson goes to Carolina, does that make Carolina an instant playoff team, or they need more pieces?
As long as they keep McCaffrey and he stays healthy, I would want to say yes.
I think even if they get rid of McCaffrey, they have so many wide receivers on the team.
No,
I think that
you
makes
have to
them,
keep McCaffrey. You have to have the run game.
You're talking about a playoff team to a championship contender. I mean, yeah, if they have McCaffrey, they're more likely to win a championship, but I think they make the playoffs.
They make playoffs.
Just
I wouldn't say
Deshaun
championship. Watson, I don't know.
If San Fran is the team that he thinks that San Fran's the team that he should shoot up. He should suit up with the best.
Did they teach you how to read?
And where do you think J.J. Watt would go?
Did you drop out in the 8th grade or what, man?
I agree. I think that's a
You agree?
That's
You
a
did
very
drop
good
out in 8th
statement.
grade.
I think he does belong in San Fran. I think that it would be the best place for him. The defense is great. The running game is great.
Yep.
I think
That'd
they
be
give
good.
up the picks. I think it would take 4 or 5.
You were just saying it'd be better for him to go to Miami.
I think that makes sense for both teams because they could get Tua and they get a quarterback back. I don't think they want Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't think
Who
anybody
does?
really wants Jimmy Garoppolo.
Only person that wants Jimmy is
Bears.
Belichick.
The Bears. I think
Belichick.
the Bears would take anybody.
Belichick's like, I made a mistake. Come back.
Let me check my
Jimmy.
phone.
I'll
Make
make
sure
you
Matt
great
Nagy
again.
hasn't called me.
Make you great again. Well, thanks for the comment, Mr. Moore. JJ Watt, I would love to see him go to Pittsburgh with his brother, but I doubt it.
He does, yeah.
But he's actually been living in some northern cold areas. I'd be surprised. Maybe he wants to play in the snow, is what I'm hearing. So it'd be interesting to see where he goes.
I mean, Green Bay. We've heard a lot of Green Bay lately.
Green Bay, Bears.
A lot of people talk about Tampa Bay, but I think that's more fan speculation.
They're saying he wants to go somewhere where he won't get double teamed as much because he was double teamed the most at anybody in the league last year.
I heard
if y'all
someone
didn't
say
know.
Buffalo. That'd be a great addition to the Buffalo defense.
Yep. So too many options for him to know.
For our number one Major League Baseball contributor and resident Yankees fan, Carl Anacarica points out that
Give him some pancakes.
If you look at the all-time winning percentages, the New York Yankees have a 570 winning percentage. So basically what that means is they could lose every game over the next 15 years and still be above 500, where the Dodgers are sitting at 499. So
that is crazy.
Sustained success for sure.
That just shows how many games they play, man.
Yeah, they've been around.
Oh no,
a long time.
they gotta get back, man. They gotta get back. They're gonna have a good team this year, but I'm not too sure how far they're gonna go. But they got killers. They got killers every year. I don't know why they don't make it.
I mean, they got the most championships there is, and obviously one of the greatest.
Hey, we got to holler at, I forgot his name, but Tyler's friend. Hey, Sanders from the Dolphins got a 5-year extension or contract, $22 million, man. He's balling for a kicker, man.
Oh yeah,
he killed fantasy last year.
I mean, if your franchise's big thing is we signed our kicker, look into rehab because they're gonna be decent, but we're gonna see because Tua is your whole team. What happens with Tua is that determines how that team goes.
Well, I told him I would talk about the Dolphins, and we talked about Tua. But
that's
I asked him, what would you like me to talk about the Dolphins? What do you want me to talk about? And he said kicker. I'm like, kicker? What the? All right, that's enough talking about the kicker now.
Because that team sinks or swims with Tua, and I don't believe in Tua.
The Dolphins, they love to swim. What you mean?
Do you believe in Tua? Do you think he's gonna be?
If he stays healthy, yes.
I don't think Tua's your answer. I think they should have gone for DeShaun Watson, but we'll see. I could be wrong. I haven't been in a long time, other than a few weeks ago with they played a football game that didn't really matter. It was basically an expedition, but. That's your cup of sports, everybody.
Yep.
Like, subscribe.
Subscribers.
If you miss my face, you can get a close-up anytime you like. We'll be all one-on-one sessions. Greg has been busy the last few days, but he's going to put some out. We love y'all.
Got locked out of the house.
Thank y'all so much.
This is Big T right here.
This is old Greg.
This is your cup of sports. Y'all have a great one.